Dasha, I guess we can start and you can keep the
Sure.
best. Yeah, step.
Hi, I'm Dasha. Originally, I'm from Russia, but now I live in Lisbon, Portugal, and I work as a marketer.
Okay, so you work in marketing.
Yes,
Great.
in digital marketing, dev products.
Okay, okay. Erton.
Hi, my name is Artem. I'm originally from Russia, but I'm based in Vietnam. But currently, I'm in Bali doing my visa run, so having
Yay!
my vacations. So I don't know how long I'm gonna stay here because actually I bought a refundable ticket in case if I want to stay here a little bit longer.
Hmm.
So we'll see.
Okay,
So,
but you're
what I do, I play online poker. That's what I do. I mean, it's
oh,
weird, yeah, I know, but I play online poker. That's it.
okay.
I'm Lisa. I live in Berlin. What questions do we have? Yes, and I'm doing business operations in a fintech company.
Okay, well, that's great. What's the weather like now today, actually, in Berlin? Is it getting better?
Yes, it was actually very sunny and super, super warm the last week and the weekend. It was up to 27. So
27.
yes, and now it's a bit cloudy, but it feels like it's still pretty warm outside.
Okay, that's great. I mean, very unusual to hear something like that about Berlin, probably only in summer or something. Especially when now in Valencia it's not that hot, and it's overcast almost all the time.
Mhm.
Although that's kind of good, actually. Yeah, kind of good. Okay, all right, Kate.
Hi everyone, my name is Kate, and we have another student here. This is Shanti. Hey.
Hi, Shanti.
Yeah, now I'm in Moscow. I just came back from Bali and I'm planning to go back like in 2 months. Again, what I do? I work as a presentation designer in IT.
Okay, all right. And why going back to Bali? Do you have any plans there?
Yeah, I'm planning surfing.
Okay. And again, with your work, everything is fine, it's sorted out. You can do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. For now, yeah, yeah. If something happens, I'll try to figure it out.
Okay. Yeah, just I don't
Hope
care because
nothing will happen.
surfing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Svetlana and I'm originally from Moscow and I recently moved back here after living in Istanbul for 3 years. So now I'm based in Moscow again and as a Dasha, I work in marketing.
Okay, okay, all right. And then we have Dasha.
I already I already
Yeah,
introduced myself, yeah,
she
the
was, she
first
was the
one, but
first one.
but
Yeah, you're
but
the
but
first one. You can add something.
I think I come up with another introduction about myself if you didn't like the first one. For example, I could say,
Definitely did not.
yes, I'm a surfer from Bali, for example, and I would surf this weekend also.
Okay, okay. I like it way better because all this story about, working in marketing and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's boring.
Yeah, yeah, who needs that? Anyway, all right, guys, yeah, sometimes I'm going to be asking the same student again and again, but just because the videos are, just, running around and I don't follow the order now. But the topic of our speaking session today is why we all need subtitles. Okay. And basically, it's not about subtitles when we watch movies in English only. Okay.
Damn
Although
it.
it's included, let's say. But it's in general, like why people use subtitles now more and more. And I'm going to show you a poll, which is very popular actually on online. Okay, I hope you can see the picture now because I don't see it really clearly, and now I do. Do you?
Yes, I
Mhm.
would.
Mhm.
So the question goes, do you use subtitles when you're watching TV or movies? And the answers were like this. Yes, I feel like I can't understand what anyone is saying nowadays. Yes, I'm deaf, okay, or hard of hearing, which is basically like deaf, you can't hear anything, and hard of hearing, so you
Hmm.
still can hear something. Only if I'm watching foreign programming, which means, movies, series, shows, and stuff. And no, I don't generally use subtitles. 57% for people watching everything with subtitles, even in their own language. That's interesting. This is what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so I have 2 questions to you. Question 1, how would you answer this question? Okay, and why do you think more and more people use subtitles, subs all or most of the time, even when watching something in their own language? Like, what are the theories? Okay, think about it. So is there someone who wants to go first?
I can start.
I can go. Okay, go ahead.
Ladies first. Okay, Isa, yeah.
Actually, I think I need the 5th option in this poll because
Okay.
I don't really like the answer. Yes, I feel like I can understand what everyone is saying. I can understand, but sometimes I just prefer to watch something with subtitles. And then answering the second question. So, for example, I quite often watch reels with subtitles because I actually watch them muted. Otherwise, sometimes I feel very overwhelmed with all the sounds and different, like mostly not with the sounds, but constantly changing soundtracks on the background, and it feels so much for me. So I just decided to mute it and then just go for reels, scroll my feed and choose what I want to actually learn today, maybe, or see something interesting, and then I just read through the text. And then it's perfect for me that they have even automated subtitles.
Let's come up with some good vocabulary. So when do people watch reels muted? Because they do what?
You can be in a transport, for example.
So what do you call
like
that?
in a public space somewhere, for example.
Yeah, public
And you
space.
don't have AirPods, for example, or headphones.
And we don't want to play sound in public places.
Yeah, we don't want that. Other people do, but we don't because we respect them.
Some people do, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But what do we call this thing when we go to work, we come back? What do you call that in English?
On the way?
In one word.
Way through.
Commuting. Yeah, well, commuting.
Commute.
Right, so when we commute, obviously we mute all the videos. Okay, what else can we do so that we don't watch, with the sound on?
To focus on some details, maybe?
So you work and at the same time you watch reels.
In parallel to a boring meeting.
Yeah, while having a meeting, while being
In a meeting.
in a meeting. Good. Yeah, that was my next question. Being in a meeting, right? Anything else while doing what?
Waiting, maybe. While waiting something.
You mean standing in a line?
Yeah, for example.
Okay.
Yes, and in a line.
Again, it's like public spaces. That's cool. Okay. Anything else?
I think the next level is while you're watching some series, some movies.
Bingo. Yeah. Double screening. Oh, oops. I wrote it in one word. Yeah. Well, I mean, nowadays we double screen all the time. All right. It's when you watch something at the same time, you also use your phone. I do that all the time myself. And actually, subs help me a lot. But we're going to talk about it a bit later, the second part of the class. Okay. So, Lisa, you'd say that you pick what? Number
I would
4?
go with the first answer just because yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's not completely correct.
Mm-hmm. Not entirely true about you, right? Okay, right. Artyom.
I would pick number 3. So if in cases that we've just mentioned here, like communicating, being in a meeting, I would anyway, it's like a routine. I wouldn't do it anyway. So I would pick definitely number 3 for me because I usually watch movies and like foreign programs with subtitles. But if it's really deep story with very deep plot and stuff, I would switch on my native language anyway, because I cannot watch and collect all some sort of deep thoughts at the same time and translating some words at the same time, put it all together. Oh, it's quite tough for me.
So it's about the
but
meaning in this case. If it's really
yeah,
hard
yeah,
to get the info.
yeah. If it's like action movie or whatever, yeah, I can watch it with subtitles and I'm not gonna pay much attention on them. Like, if I need something like extra sense, I will get it.
Okay, all right. But why do you think people nowadays do that more and more? Why do you think it's 57%? Why?
Almost everybody has this like I don't know how to put it in English, like sort of distraction things, like that things that can easily make them distracted.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's why people usually do a bunch of things at the same time right now. So they usually watch something and then doing something and watch something else. That's why they prefer like something to watch with subtitles.
Okay, it has to do with being distracted all
They
the time.
prefer, yeah. They prefer watching like something with subtitles. Yeah.
Okay, you can say like something related to the short attention span or something, right? It's like we can't concentrate for a longer time. Yeah, okay, all right, that's a good one. Kate, what's your opinion here?
I agree with her tone. I also use subtitles only when I'm watching something in a foreign language. Yeah, and it's a really tricky question for me because why nowadays people use subtitles more and more, because in my professional opinion, it's something like strange thing because, when I teach, for example, my colleagues about presentation, I always tell them that people generally, they don't read each word in your presentation. So this is something strange for me. So
This is the opposite, right?
yeah, the opposite.
What's happening? Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, right. And Dasha.
As for me, my answer is probably similar to Lisa's, because but I love the Artem's idea too. I think the subtitles are useful because we lose focus easily, and sometimes listening alone is not enough for us, for our brain, and subtitle gives us a second way to understand the information, maybe, and we can listen it and read at the same time, but maybe to focus on some details also, to some data or to some numbers, maybe, because as for me, I use subtitles most of the time, even then I'm watching something in the language I understand also. And I think it's just easier. You don't miss some jokes, memes, names, or small details maybe. And sometimes I'm on public transport or in cafe, for example, and I don't want to play sound out loud, maybe.
Okay, yeah, you don't want to bother everyone.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Okay, right, got it. And then we have Svetlana.
Actually, I choose no, I don't generally use subtitles. Actually, I try to avoid subtitles when I watch TV, for example, because they really distract me and I want to focus entirely on what's happening on the screen. And like visuals, actors, emotions, voices, etc. But when I have subtitles appear at the bottom, I just, I can't stop reading them. It becomes a kind of a trap, and my eyes keep drifting down. And the tricky part is then even if I can understand spoken English, for example, quite well, once I start reading, my attention splits. I can't hear anymore, And actually, I think that's quite all right. Don't understand something, because even in Russian, in some complex topics, it's okay. But if, for example, I have some troubles, I can pause the video and turn on subtitles for a moment, maybe even put it down, and that's it. I try to avoid them because for me it's a kind of a trap.
Okay, all right. So if you don't have them, it's easier for you to concentrate.
Yeah, but for short formats like TikTok or Reels, that's fine. But I have them like 3 or 4 per day. That's it.
Okay. Wow. Not hours. We're talking about 3, 4
Yeah.
videos a day.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. Okay, guys, that's quite interesting. But there's a different thing. So when you watch a movie, for example, an action movie, you might encounter this thing that you kind of hear, for example, the explosion really well, but you don't hear the dialogue. What's happening in the modern film production?
It's often too quiet, I would say, and then you cannot hear dialogues pretty good. I actually
But
changed the volume to to keep your attention always switched on, and like it's to make sure that you're following the movie. Otherwise, if that's always the same volume of the sounds or like the tone, then at some point of time maybe you start getting distracted.
That's a good
yeah,
idea.
it's kind of like
Maybe
if you're in intense, like
If you're inattentive.
Yeah.
yeah, if you're inattentive. But that's very like interesting question. You know why? Because all the time when I watch like any movie, any action movie, I don't understand why I should decrease the volume when it's like action scene is happening, or why I should increase the volume when someone is talking all the time. It's like
maybe
bullshit.
you should focus on some details or some information, because as far as I know, nowadays filmmakers sometimes repeat important lines, for example, or key information, because they understand and they know this problem, that people can lose focus while watching.
Yeah, yeah. But I like this point that Thomas is speaking about. It's a very, very valid point because I hate it myself. And
Mhm.
I was sure that actually the problem is my computer. Probably there's something wrong with the movie, and that's why I have to do that. But no, that's done on purpose, people. It's done on purpose because I want to show you one thing. Okay, I'm gonna share one video with you when I'm gonna be watching the video, okay, because it's a speaking session. But please save this link, okay, and watch it a bit later. Basically, there are many interesting things about film production, about how it affects everything that is going on now with our hearing, with the subtitles and everything. It's really interesting. But one thing is about old movies. Probably it's going to be a good hint for you. Have you watched some old American movies?
A sci-fi action movie, not action, sci-fi movie. So it was made in 60s, I guess. So everything was perfect. I mean, I can watch it, and for me, it's like dialogue is on the same level, like the whole volume on the movie.
And what about the articulation?
I think,
Mm,
I know what you mean.
We'll get to this. So basically, articulation is how, the words are being pronounced and not speaking like this, like that. So it's open your mouth properly. So, Lisa, do you have something to say about this?
Yeah, so first of all, small off topic, I was 2 days ago at the lecture about sound recording. And this is actually something that
we need.
it gave me this thought that actually in the last century, the sound recording has been changing a lot. And first, in the beginning of the century, it was not very good and there were a lot of noise. That's why you had to speak very clearly and loud. So the all these devices that record sound, they can actually catch your sound and then extract this from the noise so you can be heard and understood. And now the sound quality is, of course, much more better, and the recording quality is much more better. That's why you don't have to actually speak loud, and you can actually decide how your effects or music on the background, how loud it also will be, because now you can put this in different channels and then, okay, for example, make the voice more loud and then the music on the background less loud. But previously you would try everything in the same channel. That's why like you cannot filter the volume of this and you have to speak very clearly.
Yeah, but ironically, there's an interesting thing. So in the past, Lisa is saying that it was way harder to record the voice, right? Because all of that, the microphones were really bulky, so they could be seen, right? So all these actors had to be really diligent about what they were doing, speaking into that direction so that, the microphone would catch the sounds and so on, and they had to articulate. And now we have like the equipment is much better, but still the dialogues are not that clear as in the old movies.
Because now you don't have to articulate.
Yeah, okay, we'll talk about it a bit more. So anyway, I picked a few ideas, really interesting ideas from this video. Okay, these are some spoilers, but it's not like, the video is like 5-6 minutes, so you can watch it after the lesson, just because it will give you a chance to go through the vocabulary that we'll cover during the class one more time. And I think it's always great. Okay, so we have this number one, okay? Let's say probably Svetlana will be first. Can you just read the sentence and we'll think of some synonyms for the word simple?
This question doesn't have a simple answer. It's very layered and very complex.
So you see the question is, why do people watch videos with subtitles nowadays, even in their own language? The question doesn't have a simple answer. It's very layered and very complex. Any synonyms for the word simple that you remember, that you know? Okay, a hint. It's going to be a really
Uncomplicated.
long and complicated word.
Uncomplicated.
Straightforward, yeah.
This is it.
Plain.
Straightforward. Straightforward. Yeah.
Straightforward.
That's the irony, okay? Because the word means something simple, but it's actually not that simple. But it's a very, very common word. This message is pretty straightforward. Why didn't you understand it? Okay, this is how you can use it. Straightforward.
This scene illustrates some of the difficulties and complicated details of early sound recordings.
Some complicated details. I would say some kind of тонкости, something like that. It's not an easy word, although quite common actually.
Intricate.
Almost, but you're saying an adjective, and we need a different pronunciation here. So look, intricacies, all right? Intricacies are this complicated details. If you're talking about, where can I type something? Yeah, here. If it's one, it's just intricacy. And so, Lana, what you were saying is the adjective intricate. Okay. Pay attention to the pronunciation. The stress is on the first syllable. So intricacy or intricacies, intricate, which means it has a lot of complicated details, or the process of doing something is very intricate. Okay, I don't want to go into all of that. It's just very intricate. Or there are many intricacies. I don't want to go into them. Okay. Can you remind me or just think of some more intricacies of early sound recordings?
Microphones. First of all, without microphones, it was extremely difficult to record any sound. And then with the microphone, it was much more, it became much more easier. And quality of the sound in general, like how many noise around the microphone can also, it just slipped my mind. I just had this word.
Cancel
But
problem, right?
Yeah, cancel, yeah.
Yeah, because I agree with her, and that like when I watch like some very old movies, you always hear some sort of noises, like background noises. You hear like dialects very clear.
Yes.
Yeah, something is like
Yeah,
some
the
noises.
dresses, right? Like this and stuff like that. Yeah. But still, the dialects, I just admire all of that, right? Because they open their mouths. They're like real professionals, right? Now let's compare the mics. Mics in the past and mics now. So we said already, what about the size?
They were
Quite big.
Pretty big, right? You say bulky, pretty bulky, which means so big that they were noticeable. People could see them. What about now? What about mics now? Even now, I do
They're
have.
very
Is
tiny.
it small?
Yeah, very tiny, small.
Tiny.
What can I do with it?
You can hide it.
This is it. Yeah, I can hide the mics everywhere I want. And that's why I don't have to speak like this anymore. I can speak like this, like that. I can be natural, right? And that is a problem. It's well, because people become too natural and they become too comfortable while speaking. That is a problem. Okay, right. Let's move on. For example, let it be Dasha.
Microphones don't
Impede.
performance as much anymore, but many actors are mumblers.
Mumblers.
Okay. And the speech is not always easily understood.
Not easily understood, though. Yeah. Now, let's go to the first part. Microphones don't impede performance as much.
Kind of prevent.
Don't prevent performance. I understand what you're saying.
Disturb.
Yeah. They don't create problems anymore, right? To impede is to kind of stop you from getting some results, stop you from getting some progress,
Not
right?
records static noises.
Yeah. So now, basically, it means like microphones now are not a problem anymore, okay? The sound depends on something else. Working with this word impede, how can we use it? You can say that something, for example, impedes something else, or it doesn't. I don't know. I am, for example, really shy, but this doesn't impede my career as a teacher. You see, it doesn't impede my career. This is how to use it, okay? Like затруднять, create some problems, okay? But many actors are mumblers.
You speak not really clear, like
Yeah.
pum pum.
Yeah, and it's not clear. And the speech is not always easily understood, though. Can we paraphrase it somehow?
It's not
Understand.
always easy to understand, clear.
Clear,
Perhaps
not always clear. It's a good one. Let me give you this cool word, intelligible.
Intelligible.
If something is clear, you say it's intelligible. And if it's not clear, it's unintelligible. Okay?
I think there is not mumblers, but in Duna, for example, in Duna movie, then they speak on their own language, for example.
That's a different topic.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
would
different
say they in general also speak pretty quiet. So then, I mean, it's good if you read books and you know at least what will be next and at least what they are talking about. But if you're completely new to Dune, it's pretty difficult to watch.
Yeah, and I think they also have some equipment on their faces, no?
Yeah, sometimes. Yes.
Yeah.
And it also, can you use a word from the board to say that it also the understanding of the
It's
speech. Impeded, yeah, or in general impedes.
Want your movie to feel more cinematic? You have to have wall-to-wall loud sound.
Yeah. Do you understand this thing when I do this? What do I mean by this? Do you see me? Probably because you just don't see me. That's
No, I don't see you. I see the board. That's it.
That's what I'm showing. I'm trying really hard and you don't see me. Can you see me now? I'm gonna act again.
No, I don't know how can I turn on
Okay,
like
no
your
worries.
screen.
Artyom, it's just for you. When you do this with the fingers.
I think it's not understandable.
Yeah, kind of.
It
Yeah.
is understandable.
It's very
So what
understandable.
you say something and you do this. Okay.
But I don't use it at all. Like maybe very rare.
Yeah, very rarely. That's also okay.
Rarely, yeah.
So look, guys, in English we have this thing like the cake was mwah, and we say mwah. But can we put this mwah into words in English?
Yes.
Can you say that? Can you share this expression?
This one, I don't know. I know only moi.
Yeah, I need the moi thing.
Moi is chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss, yeah, chef's kiss. Oh, oops. Chef's kiss. So basically, this thing is the same. You can either show that or you can say that. And in English, it's called quote unquote. Okay, so you can say if you want your movie to feel quote unquote cinematic, kinda cinematic, you have to have wall to wall, okay, bombastic, loud sound. Okay. Now, guys, where can you get this cinematic bombastic sound so that you hear everything, you get this vibe of, the action movie and stuff.
In the cinemas?
The cinema.
When you go to the cinema, yeah.
Yeah. Or you can recreate this thing at home only if you do what?
If you have special sound system.
Yeah, you need a sound system. You need these good speakers because, as we can see in the next one, the thing is that a real movie is created using something like 128 sound channels. Okay, and now we'll read the last time, or we'll see how many channels we get when we watch something using the computer or the TV at home and stuff like this. Svetlana, take number 5, please.
At home, you have a down-mixed version of this movie that went from 128 channels down to just 2, which is going to sound even muddier when it's pointing away from you. And this is kind of most important part of the matter.
So you see, at the cinema, we have what, like 128 channels, and at home just 2. Svetlana, can you break down a little bit this sentence for us? Like what is the meaning of it in general, in your own words?
At home, we have like 2
The
channels.
sound. No, you don't have to use all these numbers because it sounds a bit difficult if you're
So
not
at
used to
home, we
this.
have much simpler sound, and maybe it sounds muddier, like you make like muddy, like
Yeah. The sound is not, it's
very
not that
clear.
clear.
Mhm.
And this is meaning like this recordings and the modern film production is kind of the most important part of the problem, of the matter. I'm going to just give you this idiom because it's really cool. Okay. So the crux of the matter or the crux of the problem. All right. So the modern sound production is the crux of the problem. It's not our problem that we can't hear words. It's because films are made this way now. This is it. Okay. I want you to look at all these sentences. Okay. And tell me something that probably surprised you, probably something that you haven't thought about before.
The quantity of channels, the sound channels in cinema, for example, because it's really shocked me how many channels.
It shocked you how many channels at the cinema or how not that many channels
how
at
simpler,
home.
how simpler at home.
I don't really think I saw something new. This is because of the sound recording lecture.
Yeah, and that's
It spoiled everything.
well, absolutely everything. But okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. But before that class, lecture, whatever, did you know all that stuff?
No, not really.
Okay,
So
did it help you somehow?
all this thing about about microphone, it was kind of obvious, I think, but it was also good to learn or repeat again this in the class and just memorize it once again.
Memorized it. Remember, the microphones were way worse. Now it's way better. Okay, got it. Svetlana.
Actually, it made me realize once again that our modern world is very, very fast. And in early films, maybe sound quality wasn't too good, was poor, and maybe voices were not always clear. But for me, older films were slower in general, and actors spoke more clearly, and there were longer pauses, and even scenes had more time to develop. And for me to understand them, to feel them, I don't know.
I want to say about the third sentence, the third idea. Because it might surprise us because we would expect dialogue to be clear now, but it's opposite, for example, because sound technology is much better right now than before. So it feels strange that actors can still be hard to understand, but many maybe the main problem is not the microphones anymore. It's that some actors speak. Not all only actors. A lot of non-professional guys can speak right now and be public
Public speakers, right?
yes, be public speakers.
And by saying that they don't speak clearly, can you use a different word from the board? They do what?
Intelligible. Right.
How do you describe this way of speaking when you're not clear enough?
Mumblers.
Yeah, so they mumble. They
mumble.
mumble. As a verb, you can use it like this. And thus, Artyom, their speech is
Intelligible.
unintelligible.
Unintelligible. Yeah. But can I add one more thing?
Yeah, obviously.
Is I'm really surprised that so many things start impeding performance like on TV, like right now, because like we can clearly hear and almost like everything. Like we have just mentioned like a lot of background noises that we hear usually if we watch like like really old movies, especially from like 40s or 30s or even 50s. But now, like if you go to the cinema, you can hear it pretty clear, intelligible, right? Like
Everything.
their speech, everything. Yeah, their speech and like all action scenes and stuff.
So what you meant is that now microphones don't impede the sound.
Don't impede, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Kate.
Me. Yeah. I actually got surprised about the quantity of the sound channels nowadays as Dasha. But I also remember one thing when we were talking about mumblers. I remember, the film King's Speech with the Colin. Yeah, where he played the George the fifth, maybe the sixth. Yeah, and he was struggling with his speech because of this. I'm not really sure how you call
He was stuttering. Mhm.
Yeah, and that was like the actor's talent to play this role.
Yeah, they had to work really hard, right? In order to have this good sound in the past. And now they can just, relax. They can be natural, as I said. This is really true. Okay, right. I think I asked everybody, right? Okay, guys, now I want to tackle, all right, a different side of the story, another side of the problem. We already mentioned that we also, when we watch something, we double screen, right? And this is actually true. I'm going to show this. It's a fact. Okay, you can read this if you want. Now, the problem is that, when you watch something, and then you start using your phone, you kind of skip some parts, right? But if you have your subs on, it's very easy for you to bounce back. Do you understand this expression, to bounce back? So you watch something, you understand it, then you stop following what's going on, right? Then you come back to the movie, you see the subs that haven't disappeared from the screen yet, and then you bounce back, you kind of understand what's happening again. And that's why many people use subs, because they double screen, right? And also, we understand a lot when we speak to people, when we watch something, because we can predict, because of the predicting game, let's say. So we kind of can predict what's going to happen next. That's why we don't even need to listen till the end, right? And I want to see, I have a game for you, all right, to test your predicting skills, all right? So I'm going to show you some lines, really popular lines from some movies, okay? And I want to see if you can predict what's going to happen next, okay? What's going to be said next. You will be working in groups of 2 and 3, okay? And then we're going to come back together and just see and compare the answers, all right? For example, let's do the first one. From Gone with the Wind. So someone said, frankly, my dear, I don't... Can you predict what can be said next? Gone with the Wind is the name of the movie.
Give. I don't give you.
So the
I don't
sentence
I
give.
don't. I
stops
don't.
here.
Frankly,
my dear, I
dear, don't give
And
a
don't
damn.
give a shit.
Give a damn.
kinda. So frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Damn.
All right. But again, look, you can come up with anything you want. Just make sure that it sounds okay in English, grammatically and in terms of vocabulary, right? So frankly, my dear, I don't have any money. It's also a valid sentence. Okay. Please, don't Google the answers because that's not interesting. Okay.
Okay.
I just your options. Group one is going to be Artem, Lisa, and Kate. Okay. And group one is going to be, group two is going to be Dasha and Svetlana. So let's do it.
It can be something like, I'm going to make him an offer he cannot reject.
Reject or refuse. Yeah, I
Or
agree. That's what I
refuse,
want to say. Yeah. Well, I think so. Let's go to the next one. What I don't know what it is. Like love means never having to what?
Having
Okay, we can
to,
skip
I
it.
don't know,
So
let
for now,
go something.
to let go. Never having to let go. Love means never.
All right. Everyone is back. And
Yes.
now
I see my
now we
text.
can try and check the answers. Okay. All right. So we have number two. It's going to be group one, the people that were here, 3 people, and group two is going to be Svetlana and Dasha. Okay. So it's easier for me to say group one, group two, and so on. So number two, I'm going to make him an offer. He, group two,
Can't refuse.
can't refuse. And group one,
The same.
Same.
name. Let's check that. Yeah, he can't refuse.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Good predicting skills. And then we have number 3. Love means never having to.
Apologize. Sorry.
Okay, no, Dasha.
Apologize.
Never having to apologize. And group 1,
Never having
go.
to let it go.
to let go. Well, you know what, ladies? Say you're sorry,
Sorry.
which is great because apologize is almost the same. Ooh, that's great. Okay, number 4. A census taker once tried to test me. I ate, and that's really interesting. Group 2,
His brain, sorry.
his brain. And group 1,
His tongue.
tongue. I must say this
His
group
nose.
had many options that I did not like.
His body.
His
His
nose.
body? Okay, let's have a look at it. His liver
Liver.
with some fava beans.
Liver. Yeah. His liver.
Yeah, fava beans are these green long beans. Okay,
Ah,
is it that
it's
important?
not a human liver.
It's a
Oh.
human liver.
I
It's a
think it's
human.
It was human. It
liver.
was human.
Okay.
Yeah, he just
He
added
was a cannibal.
spices.
Again, okay. We don't rewatch this film.
You haven't watched this movie?
No.
Oh, you definitely should.
Oh.
This is Anthony Hopkins there.
Okay.
So you have to watch it. This is what Kate is saying. Okay, number 5. After all, tomorrow, group 2
It's a new day.
is a new day. Group 1,
We decided will come.
tomorrow will come. Let's see.
It's
Is
in
another
another
day.
day.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
new day, it's another day. Okay, it's just now it's a very popular saying, right? After all, tomorrow is another day. So we have to sleep on it, and then tomorrow we'll think about something. Number 6, Mama always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know, group 1.
What
you're
you
going
get?
to have.
I'm you too.
What you get?
One.
Kate, can you say it again?
You never know what you get or which you get.
Which one you get? Yeah.
Which one you'll get, probably. And group 2?
What you are going to have.
Mhm.
What you're going to
Going
have.
to get.
What you're going to get. Let's see. Yeah, what you're gonna get. Almost like perfect.
100%.
Yeah. Number 7, I hope everyone knows it. Let's say together. Houston,
We have a
I
problem.
have a problem.
we have a problem. Very good. Number 8, one morning I shot an elephant in my pajamas. Group 1.
And then I realized I was not wearing pajamas.
I was not wearing
Some-
pajamas.
I
Yeah.
was not
And
wearing pajamas. Yeah, pajamas.
And group 2?
We have no idea.
No idea.
Yeah.
Let's have a look here. How he got in my pajamas, I don't know. All right, number 9. A boy's best friend is group 1, because we have a boy here.
Business card.
A
I
business
don't know.
card, somehow. And group 2,
His
And
dog.
alcohol.
his dog. That's interesting. I personally picked this line because
His
His
girlfriend.
wife.
because it means
His
something.
wife. Uh,
His
why?
mother.
I don't know.
His what?
His
Father.
mother.
But I liked it. So a boy's best friend is his mother. I don't know. I don't know what the character meant by that. I think now I have to watch the movie because probably it was something bad.
Ah, this is not American Psycho. This is just a Psycho from Hitchcock. That's different.
Hitchcock.
Okay.
I
Yeah, because I thought it's American Psycho. It's all about like business card because they were like obsessed with making some like fancy business cards, like every like man character in that movie.
But you see, Artyom, a boy's best friend is his mother. Mhm.
Mother. Okay.
Number 10. Keep your friends close, but group 2.
But
Mm,
enemies
yes.
closer.
What? I don't hear anything definite.
But your enemies closer.
But your enemies closer. And group 1,
The same.
With the same.
your enemies even closer. Perfect. All right, guys, that was good. Okay, prediction skills are top notch. So now I have one different question. You know that when I watch videos on YouTube, I prefer reading, going through the comments and just seeing what other people think. So I found some really nice, interesting comments below that video that I was talking about a bit earlier and that I recommend watching. And I want you to pick one comment that you agree with, okay, that actually states your opinion as for now, okay? My personal favorite is this one. Ironically, I needed subtitles for this video. And by the way, did you know that you had this option in Zoom too? So you can activate subs while having a meeting using Zoom. That's
Yeah.
amazing, I
I
think.
used to have subtitles in Microsoft Teams at my previous job, and for some reason I forgot once, and we had a big meeting in the conference room, and I was presenting the video, and the meeting was running from my account, and everybody watched my subtitles, and then somebody joked that now I have documentation of everything that we said and who said that, and it was so fun. But yeah, I mean, when you have colleagues from different countries, it's a bit difficult, so sometimes it helps a lot.
Yeah, agreed. It might be quite challenging, especially if there are different accents, right, and stuff like that. So yeah, it might help, So the first one, English is my second language, and I thought it was only my problem. Now I saw that native people have it too, you see. Number 2, and here I was this whole time just thinking I was going deaf. But this was not the point. The dynamic range is too wide. They can turn up the voices and turn down the explosions, and it will still be dynamic. That's what we want, someone says. Ironically, I needed subtitles for this video, and man, I can barely tell what people are telling me when they're talking to me in real life. So, which comment do you agree with, Lisa?
It's difficult to choose one.
You can pick 2. You can create your own.
I like the last one.
Yeah. Can you kind of go into details a little bit, just a little bit?
Just a little bit. Yes. My boyfriend is British, and sometimes when he speaks very silent, it's like I'm like, huh? Can you repeat? Can you repeat? Can you repeat? And then he has to repeat maybe 3-4 times, then speaking very slow and trying to pronounce all the sounds so I can understand this. Yeah, and like I need subtitles for him sometimes.
So does he whisper often?
I would not say whisper, but sometimes he speaks very, very quiet.
Okay.
You don't really hear him.
Okay. All right. No. We don't like people like that. They have to always speak up. I mean, I have the same
Accentuate.
accentuate, articulate everything. Yeah, I have the same issues with my husband. Maybe because, people just feel really comfy using their language. For me, Russian is as challenging, I guess, sometimes as some other languages. And that's why I always, kind of pronounce everything really clearly. Maybe it's also my job. But it's just always really comfy with me. And I have to always ask again and again, can you say it again? Can you say it again? Can you say it again? So yeah, this happens. Okay, all right, Kate.
I agree with the first comment. Because yeah, it's kind of a new thing for me to know that people use subtitles that much, even if it's their native language. So yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine yourself watching a movie in Russian with subtitles?
Hardly.
I agree that it's difficult to choose only one, but in this case, I prefer the fourth one the most because it's funny, relatable, and it proves the point of the video. If the video is about the people needed subtitles, the most part of viewers still need subtitles now, and they need to understand the video itself. So why not? And the problem is clearly real, and it shows that this not a problem. The issue maybe issue isn't just the a special movie. Even a regular video can be hard to understand, then the audio isn't clear. And in this case, we can use subtitles. Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah. Well, anyway, after the class, when you find like 5 minutes, try and watch this video, just to check this out if you needed, subtitles for the video or not really. Okay, and Artyom, I guess. is the name.
I would stick to the third one because the dynamic range is too wide. That actually, this is the issue that I have just mentioned at the beginning of our class because this problem pisses me off all the time when I have to turn on the voices and turn down the explosions and stuff. So that I would say like look at me, that's exactly what we want. Like this.
And how do you say that? How do you say that without showing?
So that's quote unquote. That's quote unquote we want.
Okay. 10. And then thank you. And then we have Svetlana.
The most I like first one and last one. And if I get it right, the first one tell us about that sometimes we are hard on ourselves, and in understanding, in watching, and we make some pressure on ourselves, and that makes us nervous and leads to mistakes. If I understand it correctly, right? If it is your second language, you not obviously need the subtitles, right?
The thing is, no, the user, I'm not going to even try and read the name here, is saying that he thought, or maybe she thought, that the problem is, with understanding videos, that it was his or her second language.
Second language.
But it was not the case. It was not, the crux of the matter. The sound production is the crux of the matter.
Okay, then the last one.
I'm just going to ask one more question, and that's it. Are there any,
Oh, cool.
Solutions to this problem? Like, why do we tend to use subtitles all the time? Can we do something about it?
Keep using them. That's not.
Keep using them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop worrying about.
Accept this problem.
Yeah. Stop worrying about, I mean, picking up every word, right? If you haven't picked up a word, that's fine. So basically, the solution, I think, in my case, is something like take a chill pill, and that is it.
Mm-hmm. 100% agree.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Speaking about the feedback, usually, like mainly, I have given you all the feedback along the way, but I just have a few things, and that's it. Okay. I'm not gonna pay attention on them. Can we correct it quickly together?
Yeah.
Pay attention
But
to
I wanna.
them.
Yeah.
Where?
I'm not gonna pay attention to them. We'll lose. How do we say this word?
Focus.
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 Focus. Yeah, this is the word focus. And turn on the dialects and turn down the explosions because they're not really opposites. They mean different things. So turn
off.
Up.
Up.
Turn up. Turn off.
Turn up the dialects
And
to
turn off
decrease the
the
volume.
explosions.
And turn down the explosions to decrease the volume. Okay, turn up, turn down. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Thanks. I don't know.
Thank you.
Thanks a million for being here today. Do you have any questions?
When are you gonna make like course for B2? I don't remember like the next like level.
I do have some plans in the nearest future.
Okay,
so-
yeah. It's been 1 year. It's been 1 year. I'm waiting.
Okay, maybe 1 year more, but
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. I understand.
we'll keep in touch. We'll keep in
Okay.
touch. Okay, guys, thank you very much. And I'm letting you go. Enjoy your day and have a nice day today. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good day. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.